Hello, everybody. How are all you lovely people out there? All 9 of you. Haha. 9 is better than 8. Not as good as 10. But there's now 10. Yay! Everything is turning up Millhouse, as they say. Welcome back to day 2 of the round robin stage of the EU tournament. That is new way to play. Hello, I'm Fujit. Hey! And welcome to every single one of you on this stream. I'm not the only streamer, however, so let's go through the list. You can see on the screen the list there. We have Amunet. She will be streaming Endgame versus Phoenix first off, and then I believe it's Endgame versus Vale. So keep an eye out on that one, Vale being my team. Yay. We're streaming Loca. We have Loca versus Sparta straight out of the gates, followed by Loca versus Phoenix. Going to be an interesting one. 9-0, who is bottom of the list there. He is streaming, all these streams are in English, by the way. He is streaming BPS, their first team, against Serenity, and then he will be following BPS first team against Sparta. And then Robert85, the streamer in Espanol, Spanish for the uneducated amongst us. He will be streaming BPS, the other team. It's difficult to say first team or second team. It's the other team. Well, they're going out against Vale first off, and then he will be following them against Serenity. All the streams are there. They're on the Wargaming Discord, number 1, at the World of Tanks Blitz official Discord, that is, in the announcements. They're also in the game. To find them in the game, well, it's pretty straightforward and easy stuff. You just go all the way down to the little cup, press on the little tournament cup, go to current, go to new way to play, go to streams, voila, there they are. So that is what's happening today. We should be getting an invite very, very shortly. And once we jump in the room, then we'll look at the maps. I think the first map, if I remember rightly, although I've been wrong a lot recently because Wargaming have taken me completely by surprise on a few occasions, should be Dynasty's Pearl. So that's what we should be looking at. We should be looking at Dynasty's Pearl. Once we get into the room and load it all up, then we'll jump back out. And because we've got a fair few minutes then before we roll out, we'll then have a look at the Dynasty's Pearl map and make sure that, we just have a look and see what potential things they may or may not be doing. Strat-wise, Dynasty's Pearl is always a difficult one. It is a best of 7 tournament, guys. So remember, it's the first of 4 victories. And if tonight is anything like last night, we are in for, some exciting games, to say the least. I mean, last night was just fantastic. Serenity against Loca went to a decider, and it was sort of tussling here, there, and everywhere. And then Serenity against Vale, I mean, Serenity went 2-0 up, then Vale brought it back, and then Serenity snatching that first victory on Molenbeek, which wasn't, by the way, I mean, it was against the grain of play, to be fair, but they did have all the bases, and having the bases does make a lot of difference. So, anything can happen. And then they went on to win in the second game on Molenbeek. So that's the thing. There's the tournament room. Let's jump in, let's ready up, and let's jump out. And let's jump in again and make sure, yes, it is Dynasty's Pearl. So there we go. I got it already, look. We were right for a change. So Dynasty's Pearl. What can we expect to see here? Well, I mean, the meta has changed. I mean, the old meta, realistically, used to be brawling around this area with some fast caps down here, but most of the action took place around the B cap area, to be fair. So you normally get, oh god, I've done it again, look, I hate it when that happens. So normally you get, this mouse is so bad, so normally you get a fast cap on C and a fast cap on A, and then you get everybody sort of positioning themselves here and here, looking to get this B cap. So what it's going to be like with the Type 71s, because no doubt they're going to be running out with the Type 71s, is anybody's guess. I'm just going to have a sup of juice. Bear with me 2 seconds. So I don't really know what strats they're going to play. As per usual, they have multiple strats anyway for these maps. So it's not as straightforward as you think. That's what we're looking at. We're looking at Dynasty's Pearl. That's the first one out the bag. Going back into the tournaments, because I just want to show you the current standings. So the current standings are BPS are the only team so far, both of their teams are the only team so far without a loss. Loca, Serenity, and Vale and Endgame have all got 1 under their belt. Phoenix and Sparta have yet to get off the mark. So big days for Sparta and big days for Phoenix. They've got to get off the mark. Endgame will be looking to progress upwards. They're looking to do that. But so will Vale, Serenity, and Loca. Let's not be too shy about it. And everybody's going to be looking at trying to knock BPS off, because BPS at the moment are just riding high. Well, we are now in the room. We will have Loca here on Dynasty's Pearl on the south spawn, Sparta on the north spawn. We've still got over 2 minutes to go, so the teams are still readying up. Once we get down to the minute mark, we'll jump out of this little lounge that I've sort of got here in OBS, and we'll jump into the main part of the game. At the moment, well, Loca have got their full team here. Sparta, I don't know if they have, because I'm sat in the Loca queue, so I don't get to see who's queuing up for Sparta. They could be in the queue, they could be waiting to come into the room. We just don't know, because we are not on that side of the aisle, so to speak. At the moment, the local lineup is going to be Marcus, Almeri, Ventium, Giseo, Sebul, and Yin. That is their lineup at the moment, with the other Almeri just sitting in the queue as it stands. Sparta, well, they're slowly turning up, but again, they haven't got a full team as of yet. It looks like Loca are going for the Type 71s. They've got 3 of them at the moment, potentially. Now the Sparta team have turned up, and we're just going to wait for them to ready up and see what happens, eh? So it's all interesting stuff. It's very intense at this side of the game, because points make prizes. They need those points to progress to the next stage. So, you've got to get those points to get past the round robin, and only those teams with the top points are going to get past that round robin into the final stages, I'm afraid. So a lot is still at stake. Just over a minute to go. So far we have, it looks like, a fully readied up Loca, with the exception of Almeri, who's just switched his tank to a Type 71. We have Marcus, and we have basically a VK90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Type 71s, and a WZ113. So let's jump in. Hello, all you lovely people in the chat. Hello, Kerfuffles, hello. S playing Blitz. Specky, hey. Wowshy, hello. And Maurice, hello. Sparta, well, they're starting to ready up, and they've got 1, 2 215Bs, 2, 3 Type 71s, 2 60 TPs, and, well, that's about it at the moment. We have got less than half a minute to go, everybody. Oh, it's going to be great stuff. I can just feel it. Ooh. It's never good fun rolling out against Loca. I rolled against Loca in the final stages of the Blaster event in the winter, well, it was like the winter season. They are able to just steamroll you. So it's not fun being on the opposite end of a Loca push, believe me. Anyway, there we have it. That's what we've got. We have hit points in favour of Loca, only just though. So let's see. We're just waiting, and now we've rolled down. Let's get up into the back of the map and see what's going down. Well, Loca are all going for a C strat here. They'll probably turn some of those tanks upwards towards B. So we're just going to float over, because basically if we sit here, it looks like Sparta are doing the same kind of strat. And there we have it. So we've got Sparta coming around as well. Loca ready to meet them. It's going to be a bit brawly around the C cap. Ison is moving up in the 60 TP, and Marcus in the VK also. But Patrick and Albert Einstein pushing heavily here towards Ventium, Giseo, and Almeri. That's turned around the 2 Sebbles. They're coming in. Neander Wallace is also just holding back there in his Type 71. Stein in the 215B. Well, he can't really do too much at the moment. Ventium taking a few hits there, being smacked around just a little bit. Not too much to worry him at the moment. He's got plenty of hit points. Sebel there is actually in a Kranwagen. I didn't see that. They changed that at the last minute. Neander Wallace is now going to be pushing down onto Sebel. That's what it looks like. So Sebel is being pushed by Neander Wallace. Neander Wallace gets some good shots into Sebel, but Sebel is able to counter that. And what we've got here now, we've got a bit of a standoff. Patrick has lost a fair few hit points, and so has Albert Einstein. Now As you can see there, Stein is able to move in, and at the same time, Roadrunner and Swissbot are moving round. Good old Miggy there. Swissbot in the 215B trying to put some pressure onto Yin. Ison is tossling over there with Marcus. And now Stein coming in, trying to share his hit points here against these Type 71s. And now Sparta are going for a push on these three. We're just going to follow these three for the moment. Sebel is going down. No, he's not gone down. He took out Swissbot. So Miggy is down. Giseo should go down here, though, but not before Albert Einstein. And this is not going according to plan. He definitely goes down eventually. Now, Ventium, they've got to get Ventium out of the game. Giseo's down. Almeri is down. Ventium needs to go down because Roadrunner in the 60 TP is also down. And look at that. Unbelievable. Marcus is still very, very healthy. Down goes Patrick. So within the space of seconds, you've gone to, down to 3 against 5. And it's not looking too great over here. Yin is pushing down on Neander Wallace, and so is Sebel. Stein is looking to get that shot into Yin. Neander Wallace here goes down. Yin is still alive. It's 1 against too many. Stein is the only man standing in the 215B. This is going to be a nice win for Loca straight out of the blocks. And, well, Sparta will be questioning what they've been doing, how they've been working that. How on earth did Marcus manage to retain most of his hit points up there when he was being pushed? Well, we'll get to see that in a moment. Well, unfortunately, Ison only managing to knock out 1,321 there against the VK of Marcus, who did 2.8k, and that's the thing. So, swapping those spawn points now here on Dynasty's Pearl. This time we will have Sparta on the south spawn, Loca on the north spawn. Hello, Straight 8. Hello, Ephalump. Hello, Russian MILF. I love saying that on stream. I know it's just wrong of me, but I just love saying that on stream. You're not Becky from Endgame. It's a long story. Oh, that's always the way. That is always the way. Anyway, let's jump into the room and watch them ready up. Here we are now in the room, and there is no change to the lineup for Loca, meta-wise or personnel-wise. Sparta, on the other hand, well, they may not be changing their meta here. Stein is still in a 215B, Ison is still in a 60 TP, Patrick still in a 71, Roadrunner still in a 60 TP. Neander Wallace has jumped into a mouse. That's the only change I've seen so far. Albert Einstein still in a 71, and oh no, Swissbot has also changed to a Concept 1B. So some slight meta changes there, with the mouse and the Concept 1B now making a showing from this spawn. Sparta will be looking to try and turn something around here. They will need to put some pressure onto Loca. They can't let Loca run away with it. Sparta are yet to get off the mark. And to be honest with you, Loca's not really the opponent that's going to give you the luxury of trying to get off the mark. That's just the way they are. Anyway, hit points firmly in favour of Sparta this time by, well, just over 100. You can see that, almost 200 in fact. So, anyway, let's get up high and to the back of the map. And again, it looks like it's going to be that C strat. It's going to be the park again, so let's quickly rush over there because Sparta are also heading in that direction. So it's pretty much copy-paste what we just saw to an extent. And already we have got Patrick leading that charge there with Albert Einstein just behind him. Stein and Swissbot in their hull down tanks moving out to the side. And again, Sebel, Ventium and Yin all in the same place. This time Patrick is jumping into that C-cap. But nope, they've changed their mind. They're now going to push yet again onto these three. And this is what they're doing. Marcus this time is going to be uncontested, although Neander Wallace will finally get there. Albert Einstein is losing hit points rapidly, however. He's got to be careful there. I mean, they're still waiting for the Octopus and the Concept to come round, but Albert Einstein isn't going to be able to wait that long, I don't think. He is now losing hit points rapidly. Albert Einstein's now a one-shot. Sebel or Yin will be looking to finish him off, or even Ventium. Patrick is now caught up as well. Sebel in the Kranwagen is coming in. Albert Einstein is still alive, but both of them now go down. Giseo also in a Kranwagen. Didn't see that one either, so he's taken that one. So 2 tanks down in quick succession for the loss of only 1, which is Ventium. But Stein has now lost a lot of hit points. Swissbot has got to try and turn it around here and help out with Stein. Stein is not looking very healthy at all. Neander Wallace in the mouse is trying to push. Yin has gone down, but so is Ison again in the 60 TP. Roadrunner here is trying what he can to put shots into Sebel. Down goes Stein. So now it's 3 against 5 yet again. Swissbot here is not going to be last. Yeseo is looking to load up, but Almeri is already loaded, but Yeseo is going to put an HE in. Now they're going to push on to Roadrunner here. Roadrunner in the 60 TP. Not much he can do. Unfortunately, he's going to have a lot of Loca around him very, very quickly. And that's exactly what is happening. Poor old Roadrunner is just being pummeled there into a corner. And he can't absolutely do anything about that. Giseo's pulling off from that and now going to help out with the mouse. And the Wallace is the last man standing in the mouse. And he hasn't got a hope in house chance. 1 mouse against so many. And again, Marcus has managed to survive the entire battle over there. So there you go. And what to do, eh? Anyway, 2-0 to Loca at the moment as we come out of Dynasty's Pearl. And we now move into Desert Sands. That's the next map. It's Desert Sands. So let's get to the lounge. Here we are then. Oh, put the map on. There we go. Desert Sands is the map. Now, what are we going to hope to see here? Wow, it's always a tricky one. With these tournaments, it depends. I mean, normally they like to send tanks around this area. Okay, they like to try and overlook here or fast cap here, and then send tanks down here. You may get them coming down through this spawn, then onto the bridge, and down through here, and overlook over here, and possibly onto the bridge. Sometimes you do get a lot of hassle around here and some hassle around here, but the majority of the action probably takes place in this area. But again, they're going to take heavy meta. It's a heavy meta strat. So, you know, anything can happen. Let's jump into the main room to see what they're taking. Well, we'll have Loca on the south spawn and Sparta on the north spawn. Sparta, well, they've got a brace of Type 71s, a 215B, an Object 907, and a VK90. Well, they got an Object 140 as well. I mean, that's looking like they're going to go for the multiple map strat. That is going to be towards the ACAT, what with the 140 and the 907. And then overlooking B, possibly C, what with the VK. Looking at Loca, well, they brought in a Leo 1 and a Sheridan. They are going to be looking for that A strat as well. Everybody else, apart from Giseo, is in a Type 71. Giseo is in a 215B. So again, they're probably looking at the B, maybe the C strat area. Or it could be a full brawl in the desert. Again, it's just difficult to try and predict exactly what and when, what strat they're going to pull out the bag. We will find out, like now, to be fair. I mean, the thing is, with the new meta, they changed the strats. It depends what equipment they've got loaded. I mean, some of the Type 71s may have equipment that give you haul down. Some of them may have the equipment to give you the mobility. Chances are, well, it's going to be... Well, I've already seen here that Loca are looking towards that desert area, and they are going en masse towards the desert. And as you can see here, I mean, look, Giseo and Ventium are just going to hold here, try and get those cross shots. And Neander Wallace is overlooking the B-cap area to an extent. And Stein has gone out there trying to get those early spots. So what we're going to do, we're just going to float around to the A-cap because that is where everybody's going to be. Marcus is already there in the Sheridan. Almeri just at the back in the Leo. And what we can see happening now is Marcus is pulling back. Giseo is over there with Ventium in the Type 71. Neander Wallace, well, Albert Einstein in the Object 907 is now sneaking that C-cap just to give that slight advantage here. And the rest of the Sparta team are just holding back at the moment. Here come Loca, though, in their Type 71s. Sebels, 2 of them, and Yin just taking their positions by the aeroplane. Moving over, well, Ameri is rotated back round through the spawn to give Ventium some coverage. Ventium is looking to push onto C. I don't think the Type 71s are looking to be pushing anywhere just yet. Ventium jumps into the C-cap, is unopposed. However, Sparta do have the points lead at the moment with the 55 points. Neander Wallace is not looking to push onto Ventium. He knows that by pushing onto Ventium, that there's probably something with him. He doesn't realise it's Marcus and Almeri, but he will know that there's something there. He's not that daft. Oh, Roadrunner getting tagged massively there, and just sticking his nose out and getting quite a hefty smack for doing so. I'm not going to lie. And this is good positioning by Loca. They are nicely defended there. And now Loca have stolen the cap, but Neander Wallace is trying to steal it back. So, let's get back over there very quickly, because it looks like Ventium is trying to push onto Neander Wallace, and he does push onto Neander Wallace. Now, what I'm expecting here is, as this little tussle is going on, I want to keep my eye on Sebel and Yin, because they may start moving as well. Giseo is now making the move for the B cap. The C cap is now contested, 2 tanks tied up. The B cap is now wide open, and that's going to let Giseo jump in. Well, whilst the B cap is being taken there, the C cap has not been fully taken. Now Marcus is pushing forward as well, and Sparta are just holding back. This has allowed Sebel here to rotate through, and he's going to go onto the bridge, as you do, and he's going to try and come up and get those shots as they cross. And Swissbot is being focused there. Swissbot's got to get out of trouble. Yin is also taking the advantage by going onto the bridge. The C cap, wow, that's been firmly defended by Loca. And as you can see here, poor old Neander Wallace in the VK is not going to last, mainly because the rest of the Sparta team decided to push down onto Sebel over here. They're not taking the A cap, so they have not got the caps. They will take a tank down, but Neander Wallace has gone down for them. And Sebel is taking their sweet time on Sebel here in the Type 71. Not going to lie, the Type 71 is a difficult tank to get rid of. It's not the easiest tank to pen. But they're taking their sweet time, not going to lie. And they didn't even cap A. So they've taken off Sebel, but at the same time, they've lost Swissbot and they've lost Neander Wallace. They are down 300 points, and they haven't got a base. 2 bases for Loca. They've got the hit points, they've got the tanks, and they've got the bases. So, wow. Sparta really on the back foot here. Stein is trying to rush around, but he's in Object 140. He's going to see 2 Type 71s very quickly. Albert Einstein is trying to help out, but it's a lot easier to whittle down an Object 140, and Yaseo is coming in to put a shot in as well. Marcus is coming in to put a big roll in. Big jump by Marcus there. And he does get a roll, and Stein goes down in emphatic style. Albert Einstein will be next. He gets a good shot into Marcus, but it's too little, too late. Ison is going to go down. Patrick and Roadrunner here. Well, they're going to still last, but Ison there. Ventium will take him out. Eventually, maybe, potentially. There he goes. Leaving just Roadrunner and Patrick. Roadrunner will be the first, but it doesn't matter because Loca get it on the points. 3-0 to Loca. That puts them at match point already. And Sparta here yet to get off the mark. Not only have they not dented Loca, but they still haven't won a game. They're still on a fat 0. That's going to be disconcerting for them, not going to lie. I mean, they're going to be completely upset about this. They need to get off the mark. They went into the top 8 via the last chance tournament, and at the moment they've not been able to land anything. I mean, going into the top 8 is always difficult, and Sparta deserve to be there, but they need to pull their fingers out a little bit here. They need to get this coordination and this focus fire working. You can see the way that Loca are moving around the map. You can see the way that Loca are positioning, where they're baiting the tanks. Sparta at the moment are just falling into these traps that Loca are effectively laying for them. And Loca are just sitting back and basically farming out Sparta. That's what we've seen so far. Sparta do have the ability to do this, though. So let's jump into the main room. Loca have readied up full Type 71s from the North spawn here. Sparta, while they're still readying up, so we got Stein in a TVP, and Albert Einstein potentially in a 907, and Swissbot in a 215B. Either way, they've got to try and turn this. It's not going to be easy for them. Loca have really got the bits between their teeth tonight. They've come out with the blocks, all guns firing, and they haven't put a foot wrong just yet. Can Sparta dent the armour of Loca. I mean, Loca were dented last night by Serenity. Not going to lie. Okay, they eventually won the game, but Serenity really took it to the wire. But can they turn this here today, Sparta? Can they turn it around? They need to. Come on, Sparta. You can do it, guys. Don't let you be clean sweeped. Anyway, let's get to the back of the map. Hopefully not for the last time here on Desert Sands. And Loca, apart from Marcus, are doing a full B and C strat. That is their game plan. And it also looks like that's exactly what Sparta are doing. It's going to be a brawl fest. Let's not kid ourselves. So already we have got Loca just pushing right through. Sebel there losing some hit points. And when I say some, I mean quite a lot. Albert Einstein managing to weather that little storm. The other Sebel moving round. Ventium now trying to put shots in. The other Sebel coming round to put shots into Albert Einstein. And it's all going, wow, just a brawl. Giseo pushing into Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein is being focused heavily here. And you can see that all guns of Loca are trained on him. Completely ignoring Roadrunner. Next, they're going to be looking. Oh, down goes Giseo. So one tank lost a piece. Back over this side, Ison and Neander Wallace are trying to push. Poor old Roadrunner. He's... Oh, down goes the Sebel. So 2 tanks down for Loca here. Can Sparta hold their own on this one? Can they take it to another game? Patrick is being chased out in the Type 71. He's looking for Yin. Yin is the focus. Ison is just behind him. And Patrick is just trying to stop them from poking at his backside. And Roadrunner is down. Albert Einstein is down. So 2 tanks down a piece. Yin is a one-shot. Down he goes. Unfortunately, Ison will also go down there. Stein in the TVP. Well, he was being focused. We're just going to quickly get over. Oh, no point. Ventium, down he goes. 3 tanks left. Patrick isn't going to weather this storm, though, bless him. Ison there did weather the storm. He's still alive. Marcus has come round and down he goes. So it's 3 versus 3. And it's a 215B, a TVP, and a Type 71 against 3 Type 71s. Neander Wallace is incredibly healthy, but so is the other Sebel, to be fair. Hit points are in favour of Sparta here. Base points are in favour of no team, and no team has got the gun advantage. However, Stein has got to be very, very careful. He is in a thin-skinned vehicle, number 1, and number 2, he's in a TVP. So once he shoots that load, he is incredibly vulnerable. Great shot from Swissbot there into Sebel. Neander Wallace now trying to get those shots in, dropping his adrenaline. Marcus is trying to push down onto Swissbot. Almeria is trying to protect, to an extent, Sebel here. Swissbot is taking the battle to Marcus. Almeria comes into out with Neander Wallace. Oh, Marcus could go down to Swissbot here. No, not yet. Swissbot bouncing. Stein coming in to help out, and Stein does help out. But at the same time, down goes Neander Wallace. So it's the TVP and the 215B against the 2 Type 71s. Sebel is looking tantalizingly nicely close because he is, well, they're both now effectively 3 shots, really, or 1 clip. Swissbot, however, is also a 1-shot, and Sebel comes around the corner and takes him out, leaving Stein as the last man standing in the TVP. He bounces. He's got to be careful here. He's looking to take them both down. And, oh, can Stein do it again? No, he can't. Stein tried to do it again. He tried to carry. But those Type 71s are just super OP with their frontal armour. And very, very difficult to get through. Loca clean sweeping here. Although Sparta did have the chance in that game to snatch one back. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. So, that is that for the first opening games. As I said, we will be sticking with Loca, and they will be playing Phoenix next. When? Good question. I think it's in about 40 minutes. That's what I'm thinking. In about 40 minutes, they should be going out. Yep, it's about exactly 40 minutes. So we need to load up some replays and stuff. Loca recording their 2nd victory, so they will climb up the table. Vale here, well, they went out against BPS and they beat them 4-0. Ha! Go, 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 boys of Vale. Booyaka. It's nice. Hey, I'm the clan lead. I've got to be happy with that. I mean, BPS were riding high. My boys turned them over. Yeah, baby. That is a result and a half for the Vale guys. BPS have been undefeated so far, and they didn't even go to a decider. They didn't even get one back. That is a massive, massive result for Vale. Moving over, let's have a look at Endgame. How did they get on? Well, Endgame turned over Phoenix 4-0. Endgame, therefore, will be happy with that. So far, we're going to be having Vale moving up the table, Endgame moving up the table, Loca moving up, and Gravitas staying where they are. It all now depends on what happened with Serenity. Well, they're still playing. Serenity are still playing, so that's a very tight game. Now, Serenity here, if they can turn over BPS, that means BPS do not have the luxury of being top of the table, because all the other teams who are on one win at the moment all move up. That is exciting. Anyway, let's have a look at some replays. Oh, what an interesting evening this is going to be. Oh, it's going to be great. All right, let's see if I've got any decent replays. Somebody sent me one in an email earlier, so we'll get that one up and running, I think. Where is it? I know I saw it. It's here somewhere. I can't find it now, look. That's just disgraceful, isn't it? I always run out of replays. Because the problem is, I'm streaming from my computer, and I don't play on the computer. I can't play on the computer, so I have to rely on replays to fill these gaps. And now I can't find the replay that I had sent to me. That's unbelievable, yeah. Where is it? This right. Oh, there it is. It's Milios. There we go. I found the replay in the end. Oh, dearie me. Here we go. In a Sheridan. So that's what we're going to watch. Enjoy while I just take a small break. Not a bad game, this. Wish I could play a Sheridan. I can't play the Sheridan for toffee. I'm absolutely pants in the Sheridan. And I wish I could play the Sheridan, but I can't. So there you go. It's just the way it works. I did show your replay in the qualifiers, but I'll show it again. As you've asked. Might as well. I have no problem with showing it again. No problem at all. Boom. Bye, yo-yo. Just the VK72 left. Oof. There's spotting range, and if you if you can play the Sheridan right, you can have good fun with it. If, however, you're a complete nab like me, you're never going to have fun with it. Yeah, I've got those slate. Don't worry about that. I've got those readied up and lined up as well. Oh, I love the fact that everybody complains. The guy, your team is being carried, Griller. Yeah, why are you calling me kid? I don't understand. Oh, VK, trying to line up. Good riddance here, just trying to get the angles working. Everybody's unspotted. Is he going to poke and shoot? Yes. Oh, what a poke, what a shot. Come on, that's what you need to see. Now the grill has decided, okay, not a kid, not a nab, not a fool. Everybody's got an opinion. I love that. You're all dead. The guy's done 5k. You have no opinions. Believe me. At the moment he's carrying your backside. Be thankful. Boom! Oh, he gets caught up with the... Oh dear, he gets caught up there, but not to worry. He should be able to come round. Circle this guy. Oh, look at this. This is what you need. Boom, go on, boom. Boom again. And the turret turn is just not good enough for the VK. He's got to turn the hull at the same time as the turret. Turning the turret ain't going to do anything for you, big fella, other than get you mullered. 6.6k. Booey. That is a great game. That is a lovely, lovely game. Not going to lie. Well, I think it is. Mainly because I can't play the Sheridan. I wish I could, but I can't. And everybody's shouting at him, yeah, he carried the entire team, look. There you go. Don't shout at your players next time. Okay, so Slate, I'll play yours straight after this because we've got plenty of time. This is the FV that's what she said. Keeps going on about. So this is the one. So let's jump back in and have a look. Now, is there more than one FV on your team here? Yeah, there are. So which FV is the bot? That's what I'd like to know. Who is the bot? Which FV is the bot? One of them is. I don't care what anybody says. This tank at the moment is just obscene. Guys, if you've got this tank in your garage and you have not been spamming it, you need your heads red. It's going to be nerfed. The intra-clip reload is going to be nerfed by 1 second. At this moment in time, it is absolutely obscene. It's just filth. Utter filth, this tank at the moment. And if you're not spamming it, you need your head red and you need to actually, get in this tank and just spam the heck out of it. Do it while it is so filthy. Seriously, I'm not joking. I mean, the other day, I completely clipped out with HE, another FV. He was absolutely full health. He came hurtling around the corner, and he was firing an AP at me, which is why I survived. I put every single shot into him, all HE, and I just watched his hit points melt in front of me. And it's just craziness, this tank, at this moment in time. I'm telling you, get out there, roll out in it, and just spam it. Because this ain't going to be the next tank after 9.2. At the moment, it's got 2.5 second reload into clip, which you can reduce with that provision. It's just mad. Absolutely mad. So, guys, honestly, get out there, spam it, because you're going to enjoy it. It's fantastic. It's just a beast. I mean, look at this. Look at this. You can do this. Unreal. It's just unreal. At the end of the day, you don't need any other tanks. Seriously, you want to get your win rate up, you want to get your damage up, and you know how to play an FV, and you know how to play an auto loader. This is the tank for you guys. Seriously, really is. Because you can do so much. And again, everybody's calling everybody noobs, as they do, always the way. Unbelievable. And there's nothing more satisfying than clipping out an entire tank. Seriously, there's nothing. There's no better feeling. Hey, look at this. Yeah, I've got an open house chance. None whatsoever. It's just brilliant. Just brilliant. Love this tank. And, when you can knock out, I mean, at the moment, I'm not being funny, guys. I mean, it's easy to get. I mean, the tank has always been a damage monster, even before they tinkered with it. And now they've tinkered with it. It's an even bigger damage monster. I mean, look at this poor IS-7. Look at him. He just can't do anything about it. He thinks he's safe. That's the funny thing. I mean, he is at the moment, but, she said he's just going to say, oh, okay, be like that. I'm just going to reload. I'm guaranteed to smack you then. Oh, hello, E100. E100 puts a nice roll in. But now, he can clip both of these out with one clip, I think. I don't know, the E100 may be a little bit much. Maybe a little bit much, I think. 1,000, I mean, no, he should be able to clip both. He should be able to take both of them with this one clip. Unless he low rolls. If he low rolls, then he can't. If he doesn't low roll, then he should be able to get both of them. Here's the E100. Let's find out. Oh, he can't do it now. Now he has to reload. There's one. There's two. Yeah, he could have done it had he not missed. But now he has to do 2 clips. But now he can easily take both of them. Both of them are basically a one shot for him. And the IS-7 should have stayed on the base, I think. I think the IS-7 should have stayed on the base. If the IS-7 would have stayed on the base, it could have been a victory for them. but the IS-7 decided not to. Because the IS-7 probably thought, oh, well, the E100 is going to help out here, and there we go, look, and it's all over. It's good night, Vienna. Bye. Oh, wowzers. Now then, let's have a look at that damage. 7,932, 6 tanks destroyed. Little M. And why not? That's what you need. What about some credits? Did you get some credits? Yes, 174. Boom. Yes, they are changing it in 9.2. Absolutely. Oh yeah, it's being changed definitely in 9.2. It's not going to stay as that, believe me. So this is from you, Mr. Slate 8. Let's jump in and have a look at your game here in the 103. Tank that you very rarely see nowadays. Sorry, that was me drinking. I thought I turned the mic off when I was supping that drink, but clearly not. Wow, I haven't played the 103.4 ever. Seriously, I haven't played it for a long time, to be honest with you. Those of you who are desperate to get the AE Phase 1, well, this is an AE Phase 1, basically. It's no different. Not really. It's just a different skin. It's effectively the same tank, okay? So all of you thinking that, you know, you're missing out because you haven't got an AE Phase 1, well, not really. If you've got an M103, you've got the ability to get an M103. It's actually the same tank, to be fair. There's not much in it. And I know a lot of people were trying desperately to get the 103, but you know, don't feel too downhearted. Sorry, the AE. Don't feel too downhearted if you aren't getting hold of it, guys, because, like I said, it's basically the same as this, the M103. It's 730 damage and you've got a spore liner. You demand a refund. Absolutely. But then again, shouldn't he be doing... What can the E100 do on HE? Is it... Because I mean, that would be a 20% reduction, wouldn't it, from its high roll? I need to check now. Isn't its high roll like 900 on the HE or something? I don't know where that shot went. That should have gone straight through that E75. In fact, it did look like it went straight through the E75. Let's be honest. Oh, made up for it though. with that. Nice little engine fire. Ooh, yeah. Already up to 2,500 damage here in this little 103. Oh, well, the not so little 103. Oh, poor Emil sat there thinking, how has he penned me? I've got turret armour. Yeah, not against the 103, mate. Not when you're angled like that. Doesn't work. Not really. Ooh, E75, that was a good shot. However, merely a glancing, just a flesh wound, just a flesh wound. Now the Emil's pushing, bless him. The Emil's now out, by looks on it. He's now got to wait for his reload. There goes the 105. Can he get away from the Emil in time? Looks like he can. 4.1k damage here, dished out. I didn't know that you had better mobility than the Emil, did you? But you did. Now the Emil's pretty much caught in a trap. bless him. He can't really do much, and now the rest of the team is coming down to sort of put some pressure on him. This is going to allow the 103 to push round and smack the poor old Emil, just like that. Don't think he's going to be able to kill the Emil. I think the other teams have cut the other... Oh, no, he's not going to. Andre, hello. How are you? 4.1k. It's nice. Is it an M? Of course it's an M. We've still got 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes. Wow, that's like an eternity. It's like an eternity. Great little game, that. Great little game. So let's find some more replays. What have we got here then? We've got... let's have a look at Sayaka in the ST. There we go. This is an interesting game. Let's jump into that. Okay, I've got some more juice, hence the reason why I was quickly away. I love the ST. I think it's a great tank. Fantastic medium. One of the best at tier 10. And if you know how to play this tank all down, then that turret armor is just fantastic. And it is a beautiful tank, seriously. And if you haven't got to this line yet, or you're not seeing the benefits of this tank, then you need to give it another whirl, because it's an absolute beaut. It's got a really good gun, very nicely. It's like, how can I describe it? It's like a Leo and a Type 60 and a T62A sort of had an illicit affair, and this is the result. It's got the T62A's turret armor, the Leo gun. I mean, it's that kind of tank. That's why I like it. I like it. I do like it. It's a good tank. And when you're in a position like this, it can be so dominant, as you can see. I mean, pinpoint accuracy. Like I said, it's like a Leo's gun, you know? Totally like a Leo gun. And it's got some pretty nifty. It's like the bottom half is a Leo and the top half is a T62A. It's beautiful, really. Although I don't know why. I mean, nobody is focusing him. It's quite funny because you know it's. I mean, they are now. It's 3 against 2. And now the mouse has got involved, but the TVP looks to be on a long reload. He's already done 5.8k, make that 6k. Oof, oof, oof. 2 against 2. Oh, what a fantastic shot that is. So if they can focus this, the poor old IS-7, then they're in with a chance here. Looks like the IS-7 is going to be able to take down, and he does take down. Look at this. Super accurate gun. Oh, unlucky. Heartbreaker. However, Sayaka manages to get 7.3k, and that's got to be an ace, I think. Got to be an ace. Can't be anything else. Oh, and it is. That's what you need. That's what you need. And a shed load of credits to boot. Couldn't carry the game though, unfortunately, but did his best. Hey, Excellency, how you doing, my friend? Couldn't carry the game, but did what you could. Anyway, I just had some more replays just sent to me, so there we go. We got that coming up next. Oh, the FV4202. There we have it. Let's jump into that one. Tricky tank, this. Vlek Valenza, hello, how you doing? It's a very famous name. I'm old, so I know it's a famous name. Well, there wasn't it. We used to call it Lek Valenza, but is that how you spell it? Might be, don't know. Still, in my little world, it's a famous name. Tricky tank, this one. Not the easiest tank to play. Let's not kid ourselves. And but if you're a good player, then boy, you really can play this tank. And you really can. I mean, loading the hash. Look at this. I mean, boom, boom, boom. I mean, the hash gun on this thing is a beaut when you know how to use hash. And if you know how to use hash, then boy, you can be devastating. Now the griller has shown his hand. He's not interested. Just circle round them. Oh, you gotta love it. Look at this. Hiding behind the grill. Oh, this deserves a video all on its own, not a replay. It just deserves a video. I'm going to use your grill to hide. What a replay. Seriously. Oh, this goes down in the annals of the best play I've ever seen, ever. This is going to be... I'm going to make this a YouTube short. I'm sorry, but I am. That has just made my day. Absolutely made my day. And unfortunately, there's only 27 people now left on the stream to watch it, which is bloody annoying because everybody should watch that. That was just fantastic. Oh, that's just brilliant. That has really made my evening. I don't care what happens next. That's just made my evening. I am now complete. Seriously. Well, that was just so comical to watch. Poor Griller came into help, didn't realise he was actually going to be a defence shield for the FV. Oh, that's amazing. Loving it. Oh, dearie me. 5.7k, what a game. What a game. TK69, what a game. Oh, that really has made my day. Absolutely made my day. It deserves the ace just for using the other player's griller from his own team as a meat shield. I mean, that alone, that in itself makes that deserving of a mastery. I'm sorry, but it does. That's just brilliant. That is just brilliant. I'm loving every minute. Let's find out how Endgame did, because Endgame were out earlier, and when they were playing against the other BPS, and we didn't see how they did. So at the moment, Serenity. Oh, everybody apart from Phoenix and Sparta are on 2 points now. So Endgame did beat BPS. Wowzers. So that is the standings at the moment. Everybody, apart from Phoenix and Sparta, is off the mark with 2 points. Now, Loca will follow up their next game with Phoenix. So let's just go through that again, because there's lots happening, guys. So Endgame will face off against Vale. Vale have just turned over one of the BPS teams, but they now face the tough challenge that is Endgame. But they will be fired up after beating BPS. We are following Loca against Phoenix. 9-0 has got BPS against Sparta. Now BPS have just lost to Endgame, so they will be looking to bring that back. Sparta is still not off the mark. And Robert, they've got the other BPS against Serenity. And now Serenity will be feeling confident, and I don't blame them. They really will feel confident. So there's a lot going on out there. As I said, we are facing this game here. Loca against Phoenix. We got Rockfield, Helles, Wintermalanovka with Black Goldville being the last map. We're not due to kick off for another 10 minutes though, so we have time for one more replay. So let's dig into the replay pot and see what replays I didn't use yet. Well, you've just seen poor old Sayaka there going down, so let's see if he can redeem himself with a 50 TP. Maybe. I'm still getting over that game where he used to grill as a meat shield. That was brilliant. Still getting over that. I'm still getting over that. And yeah, I don't disagree with you, Velixence. I really think that the ST1 is just it's just a fantastic tank. Fantastic tank. Totally underappreciated by a majority of the player base, to be fair. And I don't understand why, because it is just a beautiful tank. Go on, Sayaka, you can redeem yourself from your heartbreaker. Well, it was an ace, but it was a heartbreaker. Hey, oh, look at this, bouncy, bouncy. Gotta be liking that in the 50 TP. However, he's probably wondering, where's my support? I mean, I'd be wondering, where's my support? But, he's obviously, I swear I have a team. Yes, they did. They did. Quite interesting, because in the streamers chat, everybody's saying that BPS were going to just run away with this tournament, and they were unbeatable. Okay, that was what they were saying earlier. Seriously, and I didn't say anything, because I know a lot of people like the BPS team, and I just didn't say anything. And it's interesting to see how such things change so quickly. So both BPS teams have lost their opening rounds tonight, despite everybody saying earlier, as I said, that they were completely unbeatable. And as you go through the tournament, obviously the teams try harder. It's just the way it works, because you're in the top 8 now, and in the top 8 the teams are just drilling down a bit further, and they dig in a bit more. They find that extra out there. There you go. He redeemed himself. He won that one. That's quite nice, isn't it? It's lovely, in fact. Is it enough, though? No. It's only a second class, unfortunately, but it's still a lovely game. A lot of bounces. A lot of bounces. Got some bad credits as well. And a nice little carry. So, Saka, you got one. You got there, mate. So, this is what we're at. As I said, we've looked at the chart. We'll look at it again. Let's just see how Serenity did against BPS. 4-3. So, wow. Well, there you go. I mean, what can you say? I mean, it's just, Serenity will be happy with that. It's going to the decider and doing that is just going to be happy with that. BPS, on the other hand, won't be happy with that. I mean, like I said, they were riding high and clearly they've been knocked off the top. And at the moment, as I say, that's the standings. Everybody's on 2 apart from Phoenix and Sparta. Phoenix have got to dig deep, but they're going to face a very, very strong Loca team who are on fire at the moment. Vale are now going to face Endgame, another very strong team. And Vale, however, have just turned over one of the BPS teams, so they'll feel happy about that. It's Sparta I feel sorry for. I mean, Sparta, who have they got next? They've got that BPS team, and this is an hardcore OP team. I'm not going to lie. I mean, you've got Foxy as the captain on 79% win rate. General, Zerd, F, Keiko, Daniel, Ghosty, Tast, Way to Success, and Uti. That is an OP team, to be honest with you. It really, really is. So, they've got to be careful nowadays, whoever plays them, because they're not an easy team to beat. Now, the other BPS team is equally as OP. I mean, you got basically that's Romeo. So, Senor Mufasa. It used to be Romeo Jones. You got Exulier, 745 Sticky, Peter Taylor Swift Enjoyer, Spitty, used to be Jones, of course, Ekbarekek, and Radikos, RG, Scooby Dooby Dude, and Object 3. By all means, not a shady team at all. We've had the room invite, so we're now going to jump into it. There we go. We're going out on Rockfield. That is the map. Rockfield is the one we're looking at. So let's just see. And what can we possibly expect to see on Rockfield? Well, firstly, we can expect to see something different to that because my map just went a bit weird. Now, normally what you get here is a lot of action around this area on Rockfield. You will get the lights looking at this and probably going here and here just to get those spots. But most of the action is around this area here. That's what we're going to be looking at. That's what we're going to be probably seeing. Although, as I keep saying, you just don't know what strats they are going to come up with on the day. They have numerous strats from both spawn points. Okay. The only thing that we are certain of, that there's going to be some Type 71s. And as people are saying in the chat there, yeah, the IS-7 has kind of gone out of the meta at the moment. That is true. But we see this. I mean, the 60 TP has kind of left the meta at the moment. The IS-7 has. The IS-4 went out. The E5 is gone. And, this is generally what happens when Wargaming do a little buff or they introduce a new tank. So the Type 71 is only recently introduced between the seasons. And the thing about that tank is that it gives you ability, it gives you options. You can go hull down or you can go mobile. But it also has amazing frontal armor. And that's the thing. And the teams would be crazy not to take the Type 71. I mean, you're seeing at the moment, it takes a long time to whittle them down, basically. And the teams would be mad not to take those tanks out there. That's the reason why you're seeing a Type 71 spam. The chances are, it may be not the next update, but in a couple of updates, something will happen. They will tinker with it again. They'll reduce something. They'll shave something off it, maybe hit points. You don't know. And then it will fall out of grace. Like the T100 LT. I mean, Amer is in a T100 LT there. But, go back to spring season. Everybody's spamming a T100 LT. And now you hardly see them. So, teams come and go, left, right, and centre, and the meta comes and goes. So it all depends, what it all is. And this is the thing about these meta selections. The only thing that we can be certain of is that it's still a heavy meta. Okay, it's still heavy meta. It's not designed yet for mediums. You may get the occasional, like you got here with Phoenix and the one and only. He's jumped into a 268. You may get the occasional TD. And Eric there is in a WZ121. And you get the occasional T62 objects, or tanks like that. But it's very rare. I mean, if anything, you're going to have a light tank, and the Sheridan's making a bit of a showing, or you're going to get just heavies. It's as simple as that, really. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But gone are the days when we used to have the medium meta in the tournaments. And back in those days, it was incredibly fast-paced, and it was. Anyway, here on Rockfield, we will have Loca on the north spawn, Phoenix on the south spawn. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to approach this one. Let's jump into the main room. So they're starting to ready up. At the moment, Phoenix have only got 6 players, which is a bit disconcerting. I'm hoping that their 7th player, turns up in time. He has got just over half a minute. Loca, well, they're going for a full lineup of Type 71s, apart from a Bat Chat and a 215B. Giseo's in 215B. Mary into a Bat Chat. Everybody else, although Marcus and Sebel may be changing their tanks here. And they do change their tanks. Marcus jumping in a 215B. Sebel jumping in a 215B. So, maybe not. Maybe not. And Phoenix has still only got 6. I mean, Loca is hard enough to beat with 7, let alone with only 6. So that is, to be fair, it's going to be an easy turnover for Loca, this one, on the opening game here. And Phoenix will be kicking themselves for not having a team of 7. So Loca will be rubbing their hands with glee over this one. As you can see there, 2,000 hit points. I mean, well, 2,500. I mean, it's massive. So, and Venti, I'm saying, why only 6? So anyway, let's get a pie into the back of the map, as we do. Everybody's over to watch BPS. Nobody's watching poor old little me. Yeah, just the way it works. 30% loss. Giseo saying he's got terrible ping. For once, I don't. In your face, Giseo. That's what I have to say on that. Yevgeny here pushing, Psychopath Yevgeny pushing onto Eric. Eric here could get caught out. He's in the 1-2-1. 1-2-1, I've never seen a 1-2-1 being played in the tournament, ever, I must admit. Marcus is just saying, guys, just attack. Ventium's coming around to try and pincer this 1-2-1. And as I say, I've never actually seen a 1-2-1 played in a tournament. There you go. Things always shock you. Eric here, Ventium's not even bothering. He's like, come on. He's just waiting for Evgeny there to ready up and take the shot. So poor old Eric is getting mullered now. Oh, Ventium goes down. That'll teach you, Ventium. As the mouse of Granetto comes in. And just like that, the teams are even on the guns. But now Loca may take this one a little bit more seriously now. And Sebel comes around, trying to put shots into Pigeon. But they do take out Eric in the 1-2-1. So now they're back to the opening amount of tanks. Granetto there in the mouse is trying to push down onto Evgeny. Pigeon here is very isolated, and down he goes. Evgeny is giving the mouse a hard time, and the mouse goes down. We got Libertate and Imperator here over at the top. One above all over there in the 268. Well, he's just camping in a nice little spot. But down goes Liberté in the Chieftain Mark 6, another tank that you very rarely see in tournaments. For some reason, I don't think Phoenix are taking this one overly seriously. Let's jump down to this guy, the one above all in the 268, because Imperator was going to go down anyway. And how are they going to get him out of there? They don't really care. They'll just cap the bases. I mean, why wouldn't you? If you're going to sit on there, then there's no point. Might as well just cap the bases and hope for the best. One above all can't do anything. And oh no, they're trying to boost. Marcus is trying to get boosted. Let's quickly have a look at that. There we go with the boost. Boosty, boosty, boosty. Boosty, boosty, boosty. They're boosting. Just trying to get boosted up. And here we go. We have the boost. And Marcus is up. Facing off above the one and all. But if Marcus goes down, this will be interesting. But they're going to end on points anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So there you go. We got a boost. Admittedly, it was an interesting boost, but a boost nonetheless. It was always going to be Loca's game. They only had 6 tanks, so it's always going to be difficult. And the thing is, it looks like it's only going to be 6 tanks again. When you've only got this level, you're only playing against 6 tanks, then your strats tend to go out the window a little bit. So there's no point looking at the maps. Forget the maps. Because it's 6 against 7. Loca are riding on the crest of a wave. As I said, they're difficult enough to beat when you've got 7. When you've only got 6, it's very, 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 very difficult to beat them. So, you know, the strats are going to be thrown out the window here. Loca are not going to be looking at strats here. There's no point. They're just going to take the battle to Phoenix, and why not? I mean, that's just the way it is. It's harsh, but that's just the way it is. And you would have thought, you know, getting into the top 8, then, you know, at least Phoenix sort of had. I mean, don't forget, they put in a roster of 10. So that means that Phoenix are actually they're actually loose 4 players here. It's not they're lacking 1, they're lacking 4 because you have a roster of 10. That's assuming they put in a full roster, of course. I don't know if they did. I'm just assuming they did. We'll have a look at their team roster at the end. But at the moment, Loca are feeling very good about this. This is basically a free farm fest for them. I'm not going to lie, and they'll be very happy. Very happy indeed, because this means they get onto 3 victories. So, you know, they're not going to be upset in the slightest. And with only 6, that ain't going to be Phoenix, I'm afraid. Anyway, Phoenix have got Sheridan and a Griller now. So we're going to keep an eye on the Grill. They're probably going to boost him as well. Now there's 5,000 hit points difference. I mean, this is significant hit points. Let's quickly get over to where that grill is. I want to see if they're gonna what they're gonna do with the grill. Oh no, they're not boosting him. I thought they were going to boost him up here, but they're not. And one above all is just staying right at the back. So, what are they going to be doing? Well, that's what we're going to hear to find out. And, well, Ameri is going for the B cap. So, Loca are, just say, he's got now a 40% loss. So, they have got a loss. Ventium was saying he's all alone. Well, he is at the C cap. I don't think it matters, Ventium, to be fair. And now, I mean, Phoenix here, they can't really do too much. Not really. As the Loca guys are just going to be able to punish them. And they've gone for a Kranwagen strat. That goes to show how seriously Loca are taking this battle. I mean, I don't think any of their strats have called for full Kranwagens. I mean, not really. Down goes Pigeon. And Ventium is also in a Kranwagen over there. So it is a full Kranwagen strat. And this one is it's just a shame really at this stage of the tournament that, you know, you're looking at a team that can only field 6. And, you know, down goes the next one, Liberté. Granetto's down as well. Imperator's going to go down. The Grill at one above all is going to go down. And this was always going to happen when you've only got 6 players. It's just a farm fest. But the Grill stays alive, taking down Ventium instead. That's Ventium's gone down again. And now just Eric is left. Not much he can do. He's in a Sheridan. So there we go. And yeah. And it's just a farming exercise. And again, there's no point looking at the strats, guys. As I said, there's no way I don't think they've got in their arsenal full Kranwagen strat. Not really. I don't think that's there. Don't think it's there. And there you go. I mean, it's just they're just being steamrolled, poor old Phoenix. Now moving on to Halas. Loca, well, are they going to stick with their full Kranwagens? It looks like they are. Sorry, needed to cough. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, they're changing. They are changing. They're going for the old meta by looks on it. E5. There's an E5 there for... Well, they're still sticking with the Kranwagens majority-wise. But now they've rolled up in an E5 as well, just to shake things up a bit. Yeah, that's a damn shame, really. It's a damn shame, really. Not much you can do about it. And poor old Phoenix are probably very upset about this. that some of their players haven't turned up. But you never know. I mean, they could have real life, situations. I mean, I remember when we had, Vale, we lost a couple of players because one of them had a medical emergency and stuff like that. So it does happen. Yeah, it does happen. Oh, Ventium's jumping into a TVP. Almeri in a T100. Oh no, change that to a Sheridan. Oh, they're all chopping and changing at the last minute. This is what Loca generally does. 50 Bs coming out for Sebel. 10 seconds to go. The Almeris need to ready up. Else it's going to be even Stevens. Oh, 215B, and it's going to be 6. It's going to be 6 versus 6. It is 6 versus 6. Almeri did not ready up. So we've got an even Steve. Now strats do become important, and now you're sat there thinking, did we do the right thing here? And you never know. Ventium saying it's fair now. Pigeon saying yes, thank you. So now we're going to see what's going to happen. I mean, Ventium seems to be he's just loading up. That's why he's not moving at the moment. But it is pretty. It's even Stevens on the front. Ventium is not AFK. He has loaded up. A-cap is going to be taken. The Phoenix could actually win a game here with that. They could actually get a game. So they're going to take the A-cap. And they've actually got more traditional meta in their lineup as they come around the corner there. But they're still fighting Loca. And even when you're even Stevens, it's still not easy to beat them. You've still got, even when they're in Kranwagens, it's not easy to beat them. And, you've got to remember that. But they've got both caps. All they've got to do now, realistically, Phoenix, is defend. And let's be honest, it's not like the Kranwagen is the most sort of mobile tank on the planet, because it's not. And at the moment, but Granetto has lost a shedload of HP. In fact, I mean, they've been bled more, Phoenix. They have been bled more at the moment. And they are just defending. Ventium's now coming around in his TVP. He's going to be looking to fill someone full of lead. Just doesn't know who yet. Oh, he misses, and Imperator doesn't. Moving back over here quickly. Looks like Yin is being put. Oh, Yin takes down a tank, but Yin is now being pushed by Pigeon Liberté. Granetto has gone down there. Eric in the 215B is a one-shot. So is no, Marcus is a two-shot. Yin does go down. Back to even Stevens. Back over this side though. Down goes over one above all. Imperator is still alive, but he's being chased. You've got Sebel here in the 50B and Ventium in the TVP. Down he goes. Pigeon and Liberté left. Liberté is being focused here. He may be able to take Marcus down. Maybe. That's a big maybe. He should be able to. He should be able to take Marcus down here. Pigeon will go down to Giseo. Marcus isn't. Yeah, Marcus does go down. Giseo should be able to take out Pigeon. He's still trying to load. And down he goes. And it's all over. 3-0. I am Khalid. Of course I'm drinking Vimto. I don't understand why everybody thinks I'm drinking red wine. It's Vimto. I live in Dubai. Of course it's Vimto. 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 So, even with 6 players, like I said, they're very difficult to beat Loca at the best of times. Match point here for Loca. And, wow, what can you do? What can you say? Loca here on Hellas going off on the south spawn, Phoenix on the north spawn. Again, the strats are going to be thrown out the window. Elmera's jumped into a gorilla. Sebel in a 260. Don't see many of those around 260s. But there you go. Ventium's still in his TVP, being joined by Marcus in a TVP. The other Almera's jumped into a 268. Yin is into a TVP. Oh no, Almera's into a 4005, and so is Ventium though. Oh, they're coming out now with the big ones. They're coming out now with the big guns. Marcus, Almeri, Ventium, possibly Sebel. All in the 4005s. Wow. There we go. Poor Phoenix. They've got a couple of TVPs, a couple of Type 71s, an IS-4 and a Concept 1B. Whereas Loca, full on Glastonbury porta potty, as I say on stream. It's the 4005 strat, the one that you have tucked in your pocket just for Hellas. When, you know, your backs are against the wall and you just need that victory, you drag yourself out in a porta potty. That's what you do. And that's exactly what we're going to see. It's a porta potty fest. And that's a lot of DPM. Not going to lie. And even Pigeon is saying, ooh. And now this is the new meta. This is the meta we wanted to see. We didn't want to see any other meta. We only wanted to see this one. 7 4005s all rolling out here on Hellas. That's all we ever wanted. And Loca have delivered what every single one of us desired. That's exactly what we wanted. Now, is it going to work? Well, Almeri gets tagged, but he's going to have Yin and Marcus with him in very, very short succession. And then we've got Ventium, Jaseo, and Sebel as well. That's just a lot of DPM. And down goes the first tank, TVP, Imperator, down to an engine fire, courtesy of Almeri. Now they are switching their attention to the poor old concept of Pigeon. And still, the relentless charge of the 405s. That's what this is going to be called. And it's like, oh my life, this is unbelievable. And still they keep coming here on Hellas. And down goes one above all, and here's TVP. There is no stopping these 405s. Poor old Pigeon, Almeri will finish him off, and he does. They will turn their attention to Granetto. Moving over this side, unfortunately, Ventium's down, Marcus is down, Sebel is down, Almeri is down. Yin is holding the fort here on this side, but he's on his long reload. His spore liner kicks in, but he's down. It's 2 against 3, but the 2 are very, very, very healthy, and they'll be very, very loaded very, very shortly. Oh dear. So we have 2 against 2. And Eric is getting pummeled here by Almeri. Jaseo just backing away while he reloads. Almeri has still got 2 in that magazine. He's going to push down onto Eric, looking to finish off that IS-4. There goes number 1. And there goes number 2. Liberty is the last man standing. Not much he can do about it. Oh. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? So looking to finish off, firing HE, and there you go. It's all over. Yeah, it's because it's really dusty out. We had a sort of sandy storm today, so it's horrible outside. And it gets caught in my throat. It's very nasty. So there you go. 405 strat. What more do you want? Fantastic. And that's it, basically. Unfortunately, Phoenix weren't able to bring out a full team, which is a crying shame, really. Sort of gave Loca a free run. Let's have a look at the standings, see if we have any more results coming through. I doubt it. I mean, that was pretty quick. So Serenity, they went out against BPS, and they're still out against BPS. So no results there. The other BPS, they are out against Sparta. No results there. Vale, they're out against Endgame, I believe. So let's have a look. Hopefully there's no results there either. And there's no results there. And we've just seen Loca. So there we go. Who's Sparta playing again? Sorry, they're playing BPS, aren't they? Sparta and BPS. So guys, I would recommend that each and every one of you jump onto somebody else's stream, because all the action is gone now, and all the actions are going to be on all the other streams. Now, I could stay here and wait for that to come through, but then you're going to miss the gameplay. And the chances are these are going to go to really, really tight games. So seriously, get your backsides over to the other streams and go and watch those games. I'm going to close the stream down. There's no point me staying on and keeping you here, which is stopping you from watching those games in real time. Big congratulations to Loca. Congratulations to all the teams tonight, actually, but congratulations to Loca. They've got their 2 points for today, winning both games. They're going to be very, very happy about that. Commiserations to both Sparta and Phoenix. It's a crying shame for Phoenix not being able to get a full team. I've been Fujit. That has been the second day here on the round robin. Get your backside over to the other streams, guys. And thank each and every one of you for popping in to say hello and supporting the stream. We'll be back again tomorrow. Don't know who we're streaming yet. Hopefully we'll see you all then. Until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your Friday evening, if that's what you happen to be in. And I'll catch you all again soon. Cheerio for now.